Hi, I'm Dr. Valerie Small, and today, today, I want to talk to you a little bit about trust. Trust. Um, what are we going to trust in for 2026? Where are we going to put our trust? I'm bringing you into accountability today regarding checking in with how we are going to approach 2026 and how are we going to navigate in 2026 regarding the area of trust. Will people be able to trust us? Will we keep our word, the power of our word? I did a video on that a couple of months ago, the power of our word. Once we make a commitment to something in 2026, will people be able to rely on us? I always ask my students that. Uh, I tell them you are a brand, and one of your brand attributes is trust. Are people able to trust you? Are you able to trust people? Um, I want to give you a brief definition of trust. I've been reading this book by this rabbi, and he breaks down trust this way. He says, trust is um, the essence of trust is the peace of mind. Okay, look at this, the peace of mind of the person who has trust and that he relies on the person in whom he is trusting. Okay, let's do it again. The essence of trust is the peace of mind of the person, okay, who has trust and that he relies on the person in whom he is trusting. That he, the person in whom he's trusting in, the person in whom he is trusting will do the good and correct thing for him. Now, I'm bringing us into accountability. Are we going to show up this way in 2026? I know often we put our trust in some people, and we have put our trust in some people, and they have disappointed us. But my question to you today, and people probably put their trust in us as well, and we disappointed them for one reason or another. And sometimes it's not intentional that we have broken our trust to some degree, okay? But in any event, for 2026, what are we going to trust in? Who are we going to trust in? Why are we trusting in this thing, this entity, this person? We have to understand one thing for sure is that wherever we're going to put our trust, if it's a person, if it's a thing, if it's a place, we want to make sure that wherever that trust is, that it's able to fulfill, okay, what we are expecting, I want to say, or what we're hoping for, that it will do good by us and for us. Because believe it or not, some people said, when I talk to some students, I have to keep referring to my students because I have a lot of transparent conversations with them. I ask them to always be transparent with me. And when we have these conversations, I say, well, wherever you put your trust at, it's going to yield some results. You're going to get a result. We are going to get some results in whatever we put our trust in. Some people, I don't care if you say, okay, I'm an atheist, I'm a Christian, I'm a Catholic, I'm Jewish, Buddha. I don't care where the trust lies. We are putting and placing our trust in something. And I believe that what we desire is we want to make sure wherever that trust is, that according to the rabbi, that the person in whom we are trusting will do the good and correct thing for us. Can people rely on our word in 2026? We're in the countdown. I think we have about 30 days remaining. Okay. And we're in the countdown. But for 2026, let's approach it differently. I would say, and I'm going to definitely recommend, I know we need an accountability partner. We need someone that's going to hold us accountable. And we should, uh, one of my mentors said, Valerie, stop telling people what they should do. Well, let me rephrase it. I recommend that we have someone that can hold us accountable for what it is that we are doing, our behavior, and what it is that we're going to be saying. And that we do not get offended or jump on the defense when people bring us into accountability. Because sometimes, um, when we bring people into accountability and they bring us in accountability, I think it would be good if we do an attitude check as well. But if it's someone that we trust, we're going to believe that they're looking out for our best interests. So I just wanted to speak to you briefly about trust and entering the 2026, the new year. Okay, that is fast approaching, and I think uh, it's very important that we establish this foundation of trust. Now, I was not going to speak on this, but I was prompted to do so. And there's something, it must be something that's going to be happening in 2026, that we should focus on how we are building our relationships in 2026. How are we building the foundation? And the foundation of all relationships, I personally believe, is trust. Can we trust the person? Can we trust the thing? Can the person trust us? And that's what I'm looking at. One last thing. Number one, there's four things I want us to keep in mind when it comes to trust. Number one, our integrity. Integrity. Uh, I know that's a powerful word right now, especially in the days and the ages, the times that we're living in. What is it? Integrity. How does integrity look? Okay. What is personal integrity? What does that mean for you? I know we have heard emotional intelligence being thrown around for the last 4 years by someone who is still in office. Emotional intelligence. But I think in addition to emotional intelligence, where's the integrity? Okay, so that's number one. Number two, what is our intent? Okay, I have down here the intent when we are putting our trust in someone and someone is putting their trust in us. I think that they are intentionally doing so because they know that we are probably people that they can go to find solutions. Are we solution solvers? Can we give people solutions? All right. Not all the time. And sometimes people don't necessarily rely on us for solutions. Maybe they just want us to be able to listen to them. Okay. Next, I want us to think about the capability. If you say, yes, 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 I have the capability to give you the solutions, then what is your track record? What is your track record? And I'm still talking about trust. This is all attributes. What is your track record? Okay. How have you shown up in the past? What has been your attitude? What areas are you strong in that someone can definitely rely on you? And then number four, your results. Okay. What are your past results? When people have trusted you, what has been the past outcomes? Uh, did we fall short? Okay, what were some of the results? Have we had this year in 2025? Did we have any falling outs with individuals? Have people stopped speaking to us? All right. Have you stopped speaking to people? Why is that the case? Uh, does it have anything to do with trust? And remember, in one of the videos, I think I was talking about, in the upcoming video, I'm going to be talking about forgiveness. All right, forgiveness and the impact of unforgiveness and how that has an effect on us health wise when we do not forgive people. Okay. And this ties in a little bit with that. And the reason why some of us cannot forgive people or we can be unforgiving is because we put our trust in them and they probably let us down. But we have to understand that. we are human beings and we are not perfect. Okay. And every year, every day we are evolving. We are evolving and we are developing, I would hope, to becoming a better person, a better version of ourselves. So sometimes our expectations that we have placed on people are really not, it's just unrealistic. All right. Sometimes it's just impossible for people to give us or yield those results that we are expecting, depending on the place where they are at in the time and in the season. They might be able to do these things that we expect in another time and season, but right then and there in the present, they might not be able to do it. So sometimes they fall short. But I really want us to think about this trust and how we are going to approach this trust in 2026. How are we going to navigate? It's very important. Okay. And let me see if there's any other final thoughts. I just want you to really just keep that in mind, um, that when someone trusts in us and we trust in others, it really brings us a peace of mind. Okay. We are at peace because we really believe that you have our best interests at heart. So whenever someone say, well, I trust you, they really believe that that we have their best interests at heart, and they are at peace in their mind. Okay? In their mind, they are at peace. So think about that for the remainder of I guess, the 30 days of 2025, but definitely probably make that trust an anthem for 2026. And not that we are for others, but for ourselves. How we want to show up. Okay, are we trustworthy? I'm Dr. Valerie Small with a little bit of small advice, making things happen. And I look forward to seeing you and hearing your comments. Please email me, send me some comments. Let's have a conversation. I want to do something differently in 2026. I'm going to be doing a couple of live videos, I believe, in 2026, where we can have some talk back and have conversation. That's what I'm looking forward to doing. So again, Dr. Valerie Small with a little bit of small advice, making things happen. Have a great day.